There is no upcoming draft, but we could have some people on the move regardless. One of Mexico's top stars could be moving from AAA to WWE. One of the biggest stars on SmackDown, LA Knight, yeah, could be moving to Raw. And we could have a couple of jobber stars on NXT getting promoted to the main roster to be fit in to Seth Rollins' brand new faction. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. We're going to talk about all the potential moves, all the potential transfers right here, right now. Just a quick thought, though, on Seth Rollins. I still don't think they gave a name for this faction. As far as I'm aware right now, it's not been called anything. It's just like Seth Rollins and a couple of guys behind him wearing fucking suits and sunglasses. I mean, it's been a terrible idea. I mean, we're almost 2 months away for WrestleMania. I think we're actually longer than that now. And what have they done? You know, what has really happened? What has Seth Rollins achieved since that big triple threat win? Absolutely nothing. What have Rollins and Paul Heyman achieved together as a unit? Hee-haw. Anyway, let's talk about AEW. Wait, not AEW, let's talk about AAA. So, yeah, it looks like WWE are interested in another AAA star. As we know, they apparently want Mr. Iguana, and it looks like Mr. Iguana is going to be making his appearance sometime soon in WWE. But according to WrestleFotes Radio, they're also interested in another AAA star, and that is Psycho Clown. So, WrestleFotes Radio said the following, quote, "We are told WWE has a significant interest in making yet another AAA star a prominent part of their main roster, that being Psycho Clown. Psycho Clown, who is a third-generation wrestler, has been working under this current gimmick with AAA since 2007 and has also appeared briefly on TNA TV back in 2019. WWE is said to be intrigued by his character and the marketing abilities that are attached to it." End of quote. Now, I will talk about Psycho Clown in a minute, but I just want to point out this whole WWE thing, AAA, when are these companies going to start having respect for themselves? WWE just takes the best people and gives these companies nothing back in return. Yeah, they did a joint production with AAA Worlds Collide, but look, WWE, they won more matches at World Collide, and they had a jobber. WWE had a jobber in Chad Gable go fucking head to head with this company's world champion and took this world champion to the absolute limits. WWE also revealed the ending to a match for AAA before it even happened. They spoiled who was going to win the match. They revealed it was going to be Chad Gable versus El Fincano, or whatever he's called, Fikinko, before Fikinko even won the belt. And they revealed it was going to be for the title. So WWE don't give a shit. Could you imagine if a company, TNA, AAA, imagine if they just spoiled like a big pay-per-view match that WWE had? Imagine if they spoiled the WrestleMania match. Oh, TNA, imagine if they said Joe Hendry's going to face WWE champion John Cena on SmackDown. Then you would know John Cena was going to beat Cody Rhodes. Could you imagine if a company done that to WWE? They'd be absolutely raging. But they do it to these other companies. It's not even a big deal. You look at TNA, they take their best guys, they put them on NXT, and who did WWE give TNA? They give them nobody. Now we've got this AAA thing, and you've got WWE bringing in people from AAA that they think they can market, that they think they can make money from because they like the characters or whatnot. Why don't WWE actually, create some good characters of their own instead of stealing other people's? And another thing, they sent those jobber tag teams, Legado del Fantasma. They won the AAA tag team belts. When's a AAA guy going to win a WWE belt? Trick Williams is the damn TNA World Champion. Look at the lineage of the TNA World Championship. Great legendary wrestlers like Sting, Kurt Angle have held that fucking belt. And now Trick Williams has got it. So again, WWE, I don't know why these companies are doing this. Unless they're being paid handsomely, then that's the only reason I can make sense of it. But, I mean, as we know right now, they're not. But the whole partnership thing, I get it. They think they're going to get a little bit of exposure by teaming up with WWE, but less people watch WWE than ever. Has TNA's ratings went up since partnering with NXT? The answer to that question is no. Is AAA going to improve drastically for being with WWE? I doubt it, because TNA hasn't seen any improvement. So, yeah, for me, I think it's dumb. And also, Psycho Clown, I cannot imagine WWE will have this guy on TV, and they'll keep his name the same and his appearance the same. A bit like Suicide when they changed him. I forget what they changed him to. Was it Manic or something? Or they changed his name to something dumb. And I just don't think they're going to... Psycho Clown. I just can't imagine them calling a guy Psycho Clown. The word psycho is probably... It's probably too extreme for WWE. Oh, we can't call somebody Psycho Clown. That's hardcore. That's not PG enough, you know. That's... Sponsors might not be happy. Slim Jim might not be happy. Fuck off, Slim Jim. You know, all these damn sponsors. I just don't see it. WWE having a guy called Psycho Clown. I think that'll be too edgy for this company, but we have to wait and see. But, you know, if I was Triple A, I'd say, nah, hold on. We're going to keep our top guys and you can just piss off, because I just don't know why TNA and Triple A are bowing down and giving their top guys to WWE, and WWE are giving them nothing back in return. Anyway, let's talk about LA Knight. So, WrestleFotes Radio have said the following about LA Knight's future. They said, quote, according to those within the company, we are told more than a handful of people are advocating for LA Knight to be moved to the Raw brand in the near future, as his presence on NXT could be viewed as something of a refreshing change. In his time with WWE, Knight has wrestled just 2 matches on Raw in total, those being February of 2024 versus Ivar in an Elimination Chamber qualifying match, and March of 2023 versus Cody Rhodes. LA Knight has been signed with the company since February 2021 and has had 2 Raw matches under his belt. He's been appearing on Raw over the last 2 years, very, very briefly. However, there are more than a handful of people, like we just said, that want to see him on Monday Night Raw each and every week. End of quote. Right, I actually agree. I think this would be the best thing for LA Knight. I look at SmackDown, you've got John Cena with the belt. I don't see, unfortunately, LA Knight being the man to take that off him. People are saying it will be Cody Rhodes, maybe it will be. So that just tells me that the main event, the world title right now, the WWE Championship, it's not really reachable. I don't think it's a realistic goal. I just don't see LA Knight getting pushed to that sort of level. The guy can't win any important match. He's never really won a big match in WWE. Yeah, he's won US titles, but are we going to sit here and pretend that they're amazing titles? No, they're pretty much jobber titles at this point. So LA Knight, if he sticks on SmackDown, I don't really see him progressing much higher up the card as of right now. I think you'd probably need to wait until 2026 after Cena's retired, and then maybe there's spots opening up for him there. But if he moves to Raw, then who's to say that LA Knight can't be the next world champion on Raw? Who's to say he can't be the guy to dethrone Gunther? I certainly would put the belt on him. I certainly think he could beat Gunther and become the new champion. So to me, it makes sense. And yeah, just freshen things up a little bit. We know LA Knight is a SmackDown guy. Maybe it'd be more interesting to see him on Raw. And yeah, I would be all for LA Knight being the world champion. Yeah. And last but not least, Seth Rollins' faction could be getting some numbers added to it. So right now they have Braun Breaker, and they have Bronson Reed, and they have Paul Heyman if we're going to count him. But apparently there's 2 guys in NXT that could be getting called up to the faction, and those 2 guys are former NXT North American champions. Or I believe one of them is the current. Anyway, doesn't matter. Is it WrestleFotes? Who is it that said that? No, it's Bodyslam. Bodyslam.net. Okay, Bodyslam.net. They said the following, quote, Bodyslam has learned through sources that WWE have had discussions regarding adding more members to the Seth Rollins-led group down the line. Among the names that were pitched are current NXT North American Champion Ethan Page and former NXT North American Champion Ricky Saints. End of quote. And it is expected that Ricky Saints will debut soon on the WWE main roster. His debut is said to be imminent. So, yeah, these 2 guys were in a feud on NXT. There's talk of them getting called up. I'm not sure what age Ricky Saints is, but I think he's in his 40s. Ethan Page, I believe, is 46. So these guys really shouldn't be on NXT. I think they need to be calling them up sooner rather than later. But I don't know, both of them, I don't really see both of them fitting in this Seth Rollins faction. Maybe one of them could. But this Seth Rollins faction is just not interesting. And whoever they do call up, to me, the star of the Seth Rollins faction is Braun Breaker. I don't think there's any harm in calling somebody up and putting them in it. But I just don't know if it's a good spot for one of these 2 guys. It's not like Evolution where you knew Triple H and Ric Flair could get Batista and Orton over. I don't think that Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman are going to get any of these guys over. Think about it. Who did they get? Who did Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns get over in the Bloodline? Absolutely nobody. Solo is a joke. Big Jim, is a joke. All right, I'll give main event Giuso right now. The fans, love him. He's over with the crowds, but he's not a top guy either. Sami Zayn has just referred it back to his mid card status. So yeah, you look at the bloodline. Who did those guys get over? Nobody. I don't see Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins elevating Ricky Saints or Ethan Page to the next level either. But I mean, I guess we'll have to wait and see. And that's it, guys. There's your news. So Psycho Clown possibly could become the WWE. LA Knight could be going to Raw, and Ricky Saints and Ethan Page could be the newest members of this Seth Rollins faction. Let us know if you have any interest in it. But yeah, for me, this Seth Rollins faction absolutely sucks. Till next time, peace.